My lords, while I have some sympathy with the government in trying to combat a unique and deadly threat to life, jobs, and the economy, the constant changes of direction in dealing with the virus, like the constant changing numbers who can meet and in which circumstances, is causing bewilderment and confusion. Consistency inspires confidence. COVID-19 is a global pandemic, and while we should try and keep our little bit of the world as safe as possible, the virus does not respect national boundaries, and much greater cooperation with the devolved regions is necessary in policies. It is the same with our relationship with our neighbours in Europe to increase the efficacy of air bridges and corridors. Holidays abroad are nice, but these should not be at the expense of the elderly and vulnerable groups on the return back home. I think there's a strong case for banning air travel for holiday purposes until the virus has been much better contained. In the immediate future, those trapped by newly imposed quarantine restrictions on their return home should not be penalised in salary and wages. Stricter controls on air travel and will undoubtedly increase hardship for those in the travel industry. And the government should be generous in compensating.
Could the noble lord put a question to the minister, please?
Will the minister consider penalising? Sorry, will the minister consider much better compensation for those in the travel industry and the operators and airports?
Returning to the subject of support for the aviation sector, and as I explained previously, the government is very cognizant of the impact on the aviation sector. Historically, it has been a key contributor to our economic health and is also so good for our social well-being and also connectivity within our nation. So the government is doing a huge amount to look at connectivity both within the four nations and between the different regions of the UK and also beyond. And we will be working with the aviation sector as they develop these new ways of working to make sure that we can capitalise on the economic recovery when it comes.
Questions will enable more noble lords to be called in this section. Baroness Gowdy.
My lords, international travel is a great thing. We should encourage it at least in normal times and with proper respect for all the environment. My lords, but at this time we must